Before I start this video, I want to say something important. What I'm about to share is not meant to make you paranoid. It is not meant to make you suspicious of everyone around you or to encourage a kind of spiritual hypervigilance that isolates you from genuine community. Discernment is not paranoia, and the difference between the two is crucial. Paranoia assumes threat everywhere. Discernment recognizes threat specifically, with clarity, with specificity, with the kind of grounded knowing that comes from God rather than from fear. What I'm about to give you are not reasons to become suspicious of people. They are signs to be aware of. And if multiple signs are present in relation to one specific person in your life right now, that is information God is giving you for your protection. Watch this carefully. There is someone in your inner circle who is not neutral. I am not saying they are consciously evil. I am not saying they have candles burning and altars set up with your photograph. Most of the time, this kind of spiritual opposition operates at a level the person themselves does not fully understand. But neutrality, genuine, peaceful, supportive neutrality, is not what they are bringing into your life. And the evidence of that is not in their words, which are probably supportive and encouraging and full of all the right language. The evidence is in the fruit, in what consistently happens around them, in how you feel after they leave, in the pattern of setbacks that follows your most vulnerable conversations with them. Here are the 7 signs. The reason this is so hard to identify, and the reason I want to take time with this before I give you the signs, is that the people I'm describing are often the ones who look the most supportive. They show up, they're present, they say the right things. They probably describe themselves as your biggest supporter, and in the moment, in the conversation, it feels genuine. You leave feeling heard, feeling seen, feeling supported. And then something happens. You shared your business plan with them, and 3 days later, a deal fell through that had nothing to do with them. You told them about a new relationship, and within a week, there was a conflict that came out of nowhere. You mentioned a health improvement, and suddenly your symptoms returned. You've probably told yourself that the pattern is a coincidence, that you're reading into it, that it's superstitious to connect the two things. But the pattern keeps repeating. Different circumstances, same person, same result. That is not coincidence. That is information. Envy is one of the most underestimated spiritual forces in existence. We tend to think of envy as an emotion, an unpleasant feeling someone experiences when they want what you have. And at its initial stage, that is what it is, just a feeling. But when envy is sustained, when it is fed over time, when it is not brought to God and renounced and dealt with, it develops into something with genuine spiritual weight. Ancient traditions across cultures recognize this. The Hebrew scripture identifies the evil eye. Many African and Latin American spiritual traditions have extensive frameworks for what happens when someone's sustained ill will is directed toward another person. Modern Western Christianity often has very little language for this, which means we miss it constantly. We attribute to circumstance or bad luck what is actually the fruit of sustained, directed spiritual hostility. And the people who carry it toward you often don't know the full extent of what they're doing. They think they're just venting to someone about how things seem to work out for you. They think they're just noting your flaws. They don't understand that the concentrated energy of sustained negative intent directed at a specific person has effects in the spiritual realm. But the effects are real, and you've been experiencing them. Let me describe the cumulative experience of being in sustained proximity to this kind of energy. You feel confused, not about any one specific thing, just a generalized low-level confusion about your own direction. Your discernment, which is usually reliable, starts to feel foggy. You make decisions that are slightly off. You miss signals you would normally catch. Your prayer life starts to feel effortful in a way it didn't before. Your faith shrinks, not dramatically, just a degree at a time. You find yourself less certain about things you were once sure of, less bold, more apologetic about the very gifts and callings that once felt like solid ground. And you can't locate the source of the shift. It doesn't trace back to a specific event. It's more like a slow drain, a gradual dimming. And you've been trying to figure out what you did wrong spiritually that produced this fog, running down the list of your own failures and blind spots trying to identify the issue. The issue is not you. The issue is an open door in your circle. The speaker never sounds like a preacher delivering a sermon or a coach motivating a client. They sound like someone who has been there, who is sitting across from you, not standing above you. The authority comes from having survived something, not from having a title. Here are the 7 signs. Watch for the pattern across multiple signs before drawing a conclusion. Sign 1. Every time you share good news with this person, something disrupts the forward momentum shortly after. Not once, consistently. Sign 2. Their advice, when followed, consistently leads to setbacks. The counsel sounds reasonable in the moment, the fruit is reliably negative. Sign 3. You feel spiritually heavy, mentally foggy, or emotionally confused after spending time with them, even when the conversation itself seemed fine. Sign 4. They ask probing questions about your plans, your finances, your relationships, your timelines, but reveal very little about their own life in return. The information flow moves in one direction. Sign 5. Your faith decreases and your doubt increases specifically after your interactions with them. This is a significant sign. A genuine friend in the Lord should leave you more encouraged in your faith, not less. Sign 6. They are disproportionately present at your lowest points and mysteriously unavailable at your highest moments. They gather around your crisis and disappear from your celebration. Sign 7. You have a persistent, specific unease around this person that returns every time it is dismissed. Not general social anxiety, a targeted, consistent, located feeling that does not resolve no matter how much you reason against it. That is discernment. Do not talk yourself out of it. I want to ask you something, and I want an honest answer in the comments. As I described those 7 signs, was there a specific face in your mind for more than 2 of them? Not a category of person, a specific individual. If yes, comment the number of signs that are present. Don't name the person, just the number. And I'm going to do a full follow-up video specifically on what to do next, how to spiritually protect yourself, how to close the open doors, how to transition out of this relationship safely and wisely if that is what God is directing you to do. Without becoming bitter, without becoming paranoid, and without losing the discernment this experience was designed to grow in you. Subscribe so you don't miss that video. It's going to be specific, it's going to be practical, and for someone watching this right now, it is going to be exactly what they needed. Comment the number. I'll see you in the next one.